Hey everybody, welcome to Comics with Bueller. As always, I'm Bueller. Today is, believe it or not, episode 20 of Comics, Coffee, and Comments, where we show you some great books, we drink some awesome coffee, and read some of your comments you guys left on some of my previous videos. We got a great episode for you this morning. It's Monday morning. You guys are used to this by now. We're going to be showing a bunch of books. We're going to be going over some of the prizes for the month of October. And we're going to be doing something a little bit different because I have an independent book that I kind of want to highlight in this episode. But before we get started, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe right now because we do this video all the time and it's a lot of fun and I hope you enjoy it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the coffee we're drinking this morning. And this morning, this coffee is brought to you by Mocha Express, located in Milwaukee and Portland, Oregon. If you're local, please check them out. If not, and you come into town, let me know. We'll go hang out. And we'll have a coffee, and it's on me. But today's coffee is the good old standby for myself. This is a hazelnut latte. It's made with hazelnut flavoring and all the other good stuff that I enjoy. So let's give it a shot, and I know I'm going to like it. And I like it because it's one of my favorites, so it's very good. And like I said, it's a good old standby. Still waiting for the eggnog latte to come out. Oh, I can't wait. It's one of my favorites. So that's the coffee we're drinking this morning. But let's jump into the books that we're giving away for October, and we'll blow through these pretty quick. We're giving away this one, which is signed by Donnie Cates. And actually, there's a bunch of other signature ones. This one's signed by Mike Mignola. And David Walker signed that one. And Jody Hauser signed that one. And Mark Bagley signed that one. And there's some other books, and those are all for October's giveaway. So if you're not entered, all you gotta do is leave a comment on one of the coffee videos like this one, and you're automatically entered, and that's a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and read some of the comments that we have for this week. And this week we are looking at comments from the video that I put out last week, which is my top 5 YouTube channels. And that was a fun video to make, and I did not tell any of the channels that I was doing that video, so it was a nice little surprise to them. And I want to say thank you to everybody who watched that video because every one of those channels saw a bump in their subscriber base, and that's fantastic. I hope you guys enjoy them as much as I do. But there's a lot of other channels that are out there that people let me know that they enjoy, and we're going to recognize some of those right now. The first comment is by William Warner, and William actually left 3 separate comments on that video, so thank you, William, I appreciate it. But the first one, he said, Bueller, I highly recommend 2 other channels I hope you check out. One is called Jim's Comics, and the other is called Long Box Love Affair. They put out great insight and knowledgeable videos. Well, let me tell you, William, I watched both of those videos, and or both of those channels, and I enjoy both of them. And actually, to be honest with you, Long Box Love Affair is one of the channels I used to watch before I ever made a single YouTube video. So when I started collecting again, he was actually one of the channels I started watching. And I don't know if he knows that. I don't know if I ever said anything to him about that, but he was one of the channels I first started. And then Jim's Comics is great. He's actually made some videos in support of my channel. He did a contest entry video, and that guy knows his stuff. And I've always enjoyed that video. And I kind of commented to you back on this comment back there, and because I intend on making more top 5 videos in the future. I don't want to make them too often, but maybe once every month or once every 2 months there'll be another one. And for sure, you'll probably see a couple of these on that list. The next one here is from Metarog. And Metarog said, terrific recommendations, Bueller. I've not heard of the last 2 channels, so I will be checking them out. Metarog, I kind of want to highlight those last 2 channels on that video because they are new and people might not be aware. And I believe that the more support that newer channels get, the more likely they are to stick with it. And you never know what they're going to come up with, and it might be something we've never seen before, and that would just be fantastic. So for those 2 new channels, Metarog, I hope you enjoy those last 2 because they're worth your time. Let's go ahead and look at some of the books that we're showing today. We'll go ahead and set these ones down. The first book that we're going to be showing is from a TV series that I used to watch in the 80s. It was a mini-series, and they did a TV show afterwards. The mini-series was a lot better. But it is V, number 4. And if anyone has ever seen the TV show V, not the new one where didn't they make a remake or something? But the original mini-series, oh, one of my favorites. So I wanted to show that book. I don't have number 1. I got to get number 1, but I think I have number 2, 3, and 4, and maybe a couple more. And then I showed this book the other day, and I want to show it again because I really love this cover. It's the Incredible Hulk number 344, and this is a Todd McFarlane Hulk book. And he only did like 4 or 5 Hulk covers, and this is one of my favorites. He has an iconic one with Wolverine on there, and I don't have that one. I wish I did, but I'll settle for that one for now. And then I got a couple older Spider-Mans I want to show real quick. This is Amazing Spider-Man 111 with Craven on the front. Very cool villain. Love that guy. And then I got another one, number 116, Amazing Spider-Man. And that one's very cool as well. Neat looking cover. And both of those were $1 a piece, so I was very happy. And then I gotta show my shiny cover of the week. And this is Silver Surfer, number 75. And the title and Silver Surfer himself are all nice and shiny, just the way I like it. So there you go. Let's go ahead and get back to some comments. And I love this one. This one's a lot of fun. So this one is from Lords of the Long Box. And he said, dang, I must have come in number 6. LOL. All jokes aside, those are all great YouTubers. So, I don't know if you came in number 6, but you were probably pretty close there, Lords of the Long Box. That's a great channel. I watch his live streams that he does with his crew, and they do a great job. They got a lot of information, and it's just a fun time. You can tell all the guys really enjoy comics. And if you haven't checked out Lords of the Long Box's channel, or number 6 as I called him in the chat once, you should go ahead and do so, because they're a lot of fun. The next one is from Home of the New York Warriors, or the Home of the NY Warriors. Great list, brother. This reminds me of a tag video we did a couple years ago, your top 5 YouTube channels. I'm not familiar with that tag video, so I need to look into that. Home of the NY Warriors. That sounds pretty cool. That sounds like a great idea for a tag video. And you said it's been a couple years, so there's a lot of new YouTubers out there since then, myself included. So that's kind of cool. Maybe we should start that up again and get people talking about their top 5 YouTube channels, and we'll see how that goes. So that's pretty cool. Okay, let's go ahead and get to some books. And this, I'm highlighting a series, a nice run, and we're going to kind of go through it kind of quick, okay? But I want to highlight a series every now and then, and this is a quick 8-issue run. This is The Fallen Angels. This is from the Mutants in the Marvel world. This is number 8. Kind of cool. And then number 7. You guys probably all remember these from the late 80s. Number 6. I remember buying every one of these when they came out. Number 5. This has the Beyonder in it. I think that's Beyonder. I might be wrong. And that's not Beyonder. Okay. Number 4. Alright. And then we have number 3. And hopefully I can fit the last 2 on there without falling. Number 2. Yeah, I think I can get it. And of course, number 1. Stay on there. It's a little crooked, but you guys get the picture. There we go. So, Fallen Angels, nice little mini-series. It's not worth anything. You can pick them up for 50 cents or $1 a piece. They're in long boxes all across America, just waiting for you to buy. But a nice little run, self-contained, 8 issues. You can read it, get yourself caught up on the story, and it's enjoyable. So if you haven't checked it out yet, go pick them out in those long boxes, and you'll like what you find. We're going to go ahead and get to the last comment right here. And this is probably my favorite comment, I got to be honest with you. But I just, didn't drink any of my coffee yet. So I'm going to drink that. Now I'm going to read this comment. This comment is from Connie. And I'm going to butcher this. Alacandri? I don't know. It's probably right here below me. You'll be able to read it yourself and tell me if I messed it up, which I know I did. She said, you forgot to put one channel on the list, ... and then she put your channel with the smiley face. So, Connie, I was exempt from my own list, but you got good taste, so I really appreciate it, Connie. Thank you so much. All right. So I want to highlight an independent book that recently came to my attention, and the name of the book is called Chronospire. This is volume 1. This is the first 5 issues. This is written and drawn by a gentleman I just met. His name is Brian Del Rio, and this book is available on Amazon. It's also available on Comixology, and you can find information on their Facebook and Twitter, and I'll leave all those links down below, and I really hope that you take a look at it. So let's dive a little bit deeper into the book. It is a fantasy book. It deals with orcs and elves and time travel, and it's got multiple time periods colliding into one. And that premise alone intrigued me from the very beginning. And there'll be some images popping up that kind of show some of the artwork that's in there. And you can kind of see in one of the images where 2 different time periods are combining into one. And so it takes all the people from one part and the other part, and they throw them together. So it involves future, past, and present. And one of the main characters, the girl that you're introduced to in the very beginning, I believe she's in junior high or high school if I'm not mistaken. There's an earthquake, and she goes to the class and there's an earthquake, and they all don't know what it's from, and it turns out to be it's from this time travel and these time periods combining. And she gets herself in a predicament, and I don't like giving too much away because I like you guys to find out for yourself. But there is a character that saves her, and this one I will give away. It turns out to be someone she knows, so it's kind of cool. But the story was fun. The colorful artwork I really enjoyed. I really hope you give this a chance, and I hope you support independent publishers. The fact that someone could take something from their mind and put pen to paper and make something work, and this gentleman, Brian Del Rio, absolutely did. Take a look at it. Let me know what you guys think. I think you really enjoy it, and thank you, Brian, so much for letting me read the book. And hopefully you guys are seeing these images popping up, and hopefully it's intrigued you as well. Okay, so we covered that book. We covered these other books, and I got some more books I want to show you to kind of close it out, okay? So we'll set these ones down as well. And this next one is just a couple of my favorite covers for Wolverine. And this is Wolverine number 27. Very cool. These are just standalone Wolverine on the cover books that I like. And this is Wolverine number 17. And I said last week I wanted to highlight some female characters for this month. And so we're going to go ahead and do that. We'll finish the show off with She-Hulk number 1. This is volume 3 or 4, whatever number it is for She-Hulk. And then we have Marvel Team Up Spider-Man and Mockingbird number 95. And this is the first Mockingbird appearance. Look at that nice green cover that we can show now, so that's cool. And then top it all off, we have Amazing Spider-Man number 61, story by Stan Lee, and this is the first Gwen Stacy on the cover of the book. And there she is right down there, almost about getting ready to kick the bucket, but we all know what happens. But anyway, those are some great books. Take another sip of coffee. Hopefully you guys enjoyed episode 20 of Comics, Coffee, and Comments. Hopefully there's 20 more. You never know. Well, alright guys, you guys know what to do. Go ahead and like, subscribe. We'll see you next time. Bye.